Alright, what's up guys? JR here. It's Tuesday, 31st of, almost at December, the 31st of January, 2017. We've got a pretty easy looking setup. It's just a higher low. We're going to go ahead and take that, and hopefully this works out relatively quickly. I've been done for the day. I'm just kind of relaxing, got my laptop in my lap, music playing, and feet up on my desk. So we're just going to see if we can squeeze one more out for the day. I kind of checked out after this trade. This was my last trade. And yeah, my phone actually wasn't working, my home phone line. So there was a maintenance man who came. So I had to be done earlier today. I just came back, sat back down, and this is what I see right here. So we'll see if we can go ahead and scalp out on this. We might mess around a little bit and get a failed second entry short before we go ahead and do that. Or we could just blast off and get this right now. So we'll see what happens. I'm just going to pause it in the meantime, and I'll come back as soon as we get some movement. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and talk about my trades in the meantime. So the first trade I saw this morning was this here failed second entry short. So we get our new low right here. We have a pullback, first attempt to go lower right there. Another pullback, second attempt to go lower right here. Get a nice looking bullish bar. We're coming off those lows, and at that point you're thinking it's a range day, although we could continue going lower, but right now we're just going to go ahead and play the bounce off the lows, and you get a nice trap with that one. You can tell that we trapped them based off this bar right here. It was good for a quick scalp, shot right on up. I'm not going to talk about this trade because I didn't take it. The next trade that I took was this breakout pullback, failed second entry long short. I know that was a lot in one sentence to just say a lot in one mouthful, but pretty much you have your first attempt to go higher right here, pullback, your second attempt to go higher right here. We managed to push through this area of support. It's a breakout pullback. We tested it twice. You get a nice looking bearish bar. Just go ahead and go short right there. The bottom fell out of it. It was nice, a quick, easy, fast move. And the next trade I took was this short right here. At that point in time, you should have had your trend line drawn off of these highs. Pretty easy to spot, relatively easy to find. You get a trend working up. You get a break in here, push on up to a new high. It's a double top. You get a huge bearish bar. Go ahead and go short right there. The bottom fell out of it. It was an excellent trade. And then at that point I was done. So those were my 3 trades for the day. And as you can see, we just won this trade right here. That was a quick, easy one. I'm just going to go ahead and mark that. I don't really like trading in the afternoon. I've realized that. And I said in one of my videos before that you kind of want to be conservative. And now that I'm in the final home stretch, right before going live, I've been analyzing my performance and analyzing what works and what doesn't work. And I've come to the realization that pretty much the time to be aggressive is in the morning. This is when you want to take your trades, because Max said it in his video yesterday, the morning is easier. It's significantly easier than the afternoon. There's a lot more traps, a lot more things that are going to fool you, a lot more things that are going to take a whole lot longer. And the morning is just smooth sailing for the most part. You get a lot of nice trades, a lot of easy trades. And this trade took me about, I think, anywhere from 30 seconds. This one was about a minute, and then this one was about like 2 minutes. And you enter in a trade in the afternoon, you can be sitting here for 15, 30, 45, even an hour, depending on the situation and what the volume is looking like. But that's it. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. I just wanted to make a quick little... I was sitting back relaxing in my chair, and I saw this thing set up. We're coming off this area of support. It's a nice looking higher low, pull back to the EMA, pretty bullish bar. So I liked going long right there. It was good for a scalp. And that's it. That's it. These were my 3 trades for the day. I'm not going to look through this and mark out any more trades or talk about them, because there's going to be a chart review today, so there's really not much of a point in me doing that. But that's it. This is JR. And oh yeah, and another thing I want to address. People, I got a comment. Let me sit up in my chair. I got a comment on one of my videos where somebody was referring to second entries and saying that counting entries will get you burned. Well, let me explain something. We don't just count entries, okay? counting entries it's merely a tool in the bigger picture. What you have to realize is that there's context to each one of these trades, okay? All counting entries is going to do is it's going to give you another tool that you can use in conjunction with the context to strengthen your reason for taking a trade. And if you understand that the market moves in pairs and there's a dynamic to the way that the thing moves, you can use the fact that this is your second attempt or this is your first attempt to go lower to actually strengthen your reason for entering a trade and put more validity to the reason why you're taking that trade. So for example, let me show you why you don't just want to count entries, because yes, that will get you burned. I do agree, counting entries by itself will get you burned, but you want to use it in conjunction with context. So let's say we have a downtrend right here. We're working lower. Clearly we're working lower. You get your first entry short right here, your second entry short right here, okay? You don't want to just take this. Why don't you want to take this? Because if you realize the context behind what's going on, you realize that there's strong support right here. We bounced off this area, we came back, we bounced off of it again. You don't want to just go short into strong support, okay? You need to realize the context behind the trade. And when you do realize the context behind the trade, you can actually realize that, hey, this is a bad place to go short. So let me sit back, relax, and wait. Maybe I'll catch a trap, all right? All this entry did was it trapped people to the downside, and then it went higher. As you notice, this bar ticks you in, messes around for a little bit, makes you think, oh, I may go a little bit lower, and then you get this huge bullish reversal bar that just runs everybody's stops. So you have to realize that there's context behind what we do. We may count these second entries differently sometimes, but that's only because the context changes. So simply saying that counting entries will get you burned, no, I don't disagree with that statement. I just think that you don't completely understand what it is that we're doing and the context behind it. That's all that I have to say for now. That's pretty much the main reason why I made this video, because that's the best way for me to explain the reason for counting entries and address that whole statement of counting entries will get you burned. Yeah, just simply counting the entries will get you burned, but if you understand the context behind the reasons why you are counting the entries and what it is that you're looking for and what it is that you shouldn't be looking for at the time, then you're not going to get burned. It's actually going to make you a whole lot better. And that comes with experience. That comes with time looking at this chart, figuring out what's going on, where people are buying, where they're selling, where there's strong support, where there's strong resistance, etc., etc. And you're not going to get that overnight. And if you think that all we do is simply count entries, then either you don't trade this method, or you have a very long way to go in trading this method to understand that it's much greater than that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I didn't mean to go on a rant right there. I just wanted to address that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this trade. It was a simple higher low. We were coming off this area of strong support. And another thing, let me point it out. We get a break of our trend line right in here, and then you get two nicely measured legs down. First leg right there, second leg right there, two perfectly measured moves, and then we flip and reverse. You get a bit of some chop down here, back down to the lows of this, and now we traded back up, and we're in a bit of a trading range right here. As you can see, the highs are matching. Let me put a line on here so you guys can really see this. Maybe it's a little lower. That's probably it right there. You get a failed breakout, we come back in, pull back, test it again, and sell off. So we're in a bit of a trading range. And yeah, the downtrend is pretty much over from what I can see. But yeah, that's all I have to say for today. This is JR, and I'll probably see you guys sometime next week. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. And yeah, that's it. See you guys later.